Okay, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
Do we care whether Giuliani was drunk or not? Right?
I don't know how much it matters, but I just love the idea of a wobbling Giuliani go, we can still win this. Those dead people in Arizona vote. I would have loved to have seen him then. I would have loved somebody to have recorded him just blabbering on like that.
Is he the only one we've heard from so far, or we haven't actually heard from him? Is he the only one they've mentioned so far who is still thick as thieves with Trump?
Look, I mean, I think the only people left in his corner are Sidney Powell, Giuliani, the blonde girl with the lip gloss who was always standing behind Giuliani, the one who was standing behind him when the ink was running down his face. I don't know her name. For the first time, I think, today in my entire life, I almost feel bad for the Trump supporters. And let me tell you why, the ones who are still clinging to this. You know, Ivanka believed the election lost. Bill Barr said Trump was detached from reality. Campaign manager Bill Stepien lost. He had a better chance of winning Powerball than winning this election. They all knew. They all told Trump, and he went and said to his voters, send me money. Give me your money. Because that's what I need. That's the only thing that's going to reverse this election. And we're talking about people who were in the middle of a pandemic, had lost their jobs, couldn't afford childcare, had no income coming in, and this son of a bitch who knows he lost the election goes to them and says, give me money.
I thought they made a compelling case that Trump betrayed his supporters, that the fault was with him. He betrayed them, and as a result, some of them are serving time. They suffer. The events of the 6th were a predictable result. He started in April. They you know, today they talked about April 21st, I think, and then they showed a clip of him talking about basically the only way he could lose is if it's stolen, right? So he's planting the seeds that early.
We need to just separate the idea that he is a compelling personality. He's also a psychopath. Many psychopaths are compelling personalities. That's how they get away with being a psychopath. I gotta tell you, and I said this the other day, when Liz Cheney speaks, I drop everything and I listen. I will never vote for her, but she really is what I want to see out of a leader. Any party that's what I want to see. I feel safer knowing that there are at least a few Liz Cheneys in the party.
Who are the other ones?
Oh shit, you're putting me on the spot.
Well, my next question to you was going to be, are there other Liz Cheneys? And then you just like trotted this statement out. So I'm like, all right.
No, I don't see anybody else like Liz Cheney. I mean, I guess Mitt Romney, but he seems to be walking a fine line. You know, he just seems to be ready to pivot wherever the wind is going to take the nation. So.
Well, that's what Trump did. That's exactly what Trump did, right? I think we've said this before. He's not a leader. He got in front of people. That's how he was a leader. Trump is not a leader. People tell him where to go and he stands in front of them. That's exactly what Mitt Romney's trying to do right now.
I want Trump to run. I mean, I want Trump to run badly now. I mean, I guess that's tempting fate, but I think he'd be demolished. If you had to put money on it today, who would you guess would be the nominee for the Republican Party in 2024?
Someone we haven't heard of yet.
Someone we haven't heard of yet, or someone that we know that we don't know is going to run? You think it's going to be just some congressman or somebody coming out of left field?
I think so. I hope so.
I will also say that there are probably a lot of Republican contenders out there who think that they can just adopt that same approach, but nobody can do it even close to the way Donald. I mean, you really have to be divorced from not only reality, but from a soul to continue relentlessly day and night to push this shit. And I think that most candidates can cross their own moral lines, but at some point, you know, you've got to be crazy yourself to continue to push it to that degree.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct. The others, when they try to do it, you can see they're imposters. You can see they don't quite believe it themselves. There's a
Yes, that's
tentativeness to it. When he says it, he's all in with that shit. He doesn't even look back. He doesn't even consider, he's just all in. Like, this is the new crazy world and this is what it is. And looking around like, okay, everybody's with me, right? And you're kind of like, well, maybe it is. I mean, just, you know, it's that kind of crazy.
Have you ever thought to yourself, and I have, if I could just be that crazy, if I could just commit to that level of insanity, I could have so much. I could manipulate so many people. I could manipulate my neighbors. I can manipulate my friends, you know, just hardcore push, and I could have everything I want. Tell me deep down, you're lying in bed at night, have you ever thought for a second, oh, if I could do that, maybe I'll try that and see how it works? Or just imagining what your life would be like if you could be that divorced from morality. Come on.
Nope.
Oh, golly. I'm a horrible person, though, because I think about it like once a week.